Alright, so we have 25 more top crop, right?
Yeah.
Jenna's video.
Approximately 25 seeds. I haven't opened the pack.
25. We haven't opened them yet.
It's probably more.
Bush beans, but they'll be wide enough here to do 2 rows if you have to.
Okay.
I'm gonna till this whole little area, but down through here is our potatoes. They look great. I mean, they're way late getting in the ground, but they look phenomenal. So we're gonna let those rock it out.
We'll have to hill them soon. Not quite yet, but they're getting there.
Right. And then, but here on the end, I've got about 4 foot of just dead ground we're not doing anything with. So I'm gonna till it under. I know it's wet today, but this is like the day that we have. So we've got a lot going on. We've got some exciting stuff happening. So we're trying to scramble and get a lot of things done in a short amount of time. But, and I still have to fix the Ford. I haven't finished fixing it yet and get it sold. So we've got a lot going on. But till this, we're gonna put some composted manure on it, till it in, and Jenna and Emma are going to plant beans, and I'm gonna go on with other things. This again, we're gonna do like we did for our pole beans that we put in with the trellises. We're just gonna probably put 2 scoops of composted manure, at least 1 big scoop, maybe 2. So we're gonna be planting mostly and just straight in the compost. And that should give these beans the best chance to get started.
Dragon tongue beans, yes, something's eating on them a little bit, but it's not too bad. And there's beautiful blooms. Our potatoes on this end will be the giantest potatoes we've ever grown because they have so much fertilization. All right, I have these top crop beans, and the beans themselves are a little bit brown color. They're pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 rows. I think there's about 30 seeds here, 29 or 30. So I'm going to just do kind of space them out. I'm going to do a row right here and a row down there. So I'm going to just start in the middle, and I'm going to do them. I'm going to space them 4 or 5 inches apart, just to give them plenty of space. Plenty wet, so now we're on to the next thing. Got my corn stamper. We don't have our grid anymore because we gave it away. Derek had made it and somebody had wanted one that he had built a garden bed for, so he just gave them that one. But we're just gonna use our stamper and do 4 corn per square foot, and we're putting in our popcorn, strawberry popcorn. Emma has some seeds. I'm really excited about this. In just a minute. So this has approximately 400 seeds. It's a lot of seeds. So we're gonna just, right about here. So we're just gonna go through and stamp the bed and put in our seeds. Come through and fill in our cucumbers because we had poor germination and then we had bad chickens ripping them out, which is terrible. So we have Wisconsin SMR pickling cucumbers. I've never tried these. They look good and interesting, and we do most of our stuff as pickles, so we thought we would give them a try this year. And I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we have 11 plants right now, so we definitely need more than 11 because we want to make all of the pickles, all of them. lots and lots of pickles. I'm gonna go ahead and pull weeds while I'm at it. I'm just gonna kind of space them every, 4 or 5 inches. Alright, so we've got this in, and we did the green beans, we did the corn, so we've got okra and acorn squash left, and we are going to actually start those in cells so that we know that we have good germination on them. We know exactly where they are, so we can keep weeding the okra bed until we put the new ones in. We don't want to, accidentally rip them out of the ground or anything like that. And then also, we are not really sure where we're going to put the acorn squash, so we're going to start them in cells and get them established and figure that out, in probably a couple weeks. All right, I am going to start my okra. I have Clemson spineless, and I'm going to do 2 rows and 2 trays. And then I'm going to do 1 tray of this. It's a Table King bush squash for Kylie, and then Emma is going to plant something in 1 row. So
Feverfew.
this will feverfew. That's right. I couldn't remember. I was like, she's going to do something. What did she tell me? This will get these established, and then we'll transplant them once they get bigger, so we can make sure we don't accidentally weed them in that bed and they don't get overtaken by weeds. Splash out. Now watch, with our luck, all 12 of these will germinate, and they'll be a great and huge, big, giant acorn squash because we don't have room for them. We'll find places to put them. I also think, Emma, we should go back to our melon seeds, and because we don't have a ton of melons that sprouted, we have a lot of bare spots. I think we should get some trays of melons started. We just need to be able to mark them, and go ahead and start some melons that we can transplant. We've had such a problem with the chickens scratching stuff out, the seeds and stuff, so if we can get them started going good, then transplant, I think we'll do it right. So we'll see some melons and possibly some cantaloupe. We can go ahead and do that. We have a few spots on that one trellis in the garden, and then we have in the perennial garden. But you can never have too many melons. Hear the choo-choo train going by. Down the road. Alright, Emma's going to do her feverfew, and then I think we're going to go work on pruning tomatoes because they're getting a little bit wild down there.